All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the upcoming game against the Washington Commanders and the Steelers in general. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. If you guys would like to support me and this channel more, be sure to hit that join button down in the description below. And you guys see the title, man. You see the thumbnail. I wanted to talk about this game a little bit sooner than what it's going to happen because in about 12 hours, we're going to know what happened with the game. But we need the Pittsburgh Steelers to start proving us right, man. This is the week to do it. Obviously, this season we have played, some decent teams. All of a sudden, Denver got some wins, and now they're a better opponent. They're not a better opponent, though, when the Pittsburgh Steelers beat them. Atlanta in week 1, they were all right. Atlanta's been having an okay season. But past that, the Chargers, they have a top defense. Past that, though, we haven't really played the cream of the crop teams. The New York Jets as well, they're rising up. But at the time we played them, they weren't exactly, all there. But before the season, of course, they were like the Super Bowl team, but then all of a sudden when we play them, they're no longer. Those expectations are out the window. It's just nonsense. So everybody is saying now that the Pittsburgh Steelers, they haven't really played any real teams. They haven't really competed. Rewind to 2020, and that was the same story when we started out 11-0. This typically happens to us. I don't know how. And I swear, guys, please leave in a comment and below. I don't know how this always happens to us, but before the season, it is like, yo, we have the toughest schedule. Before the season, it is like, man, Pittsburgh would be lucky to come away with 7 wins. They would be lucky to have a winning season this year, right? This is everything that happens before the season, and we're fucking way down low in the standings or whatever. We have the craziest odds to win the Super Bowl. This continuously happens to us, and then the games play out. We play who was in front of us. We beat who was in front of us, and all of a sudden now, oh, you guys haven't played a real team. These teams suck. You're a Mickey Mouse. It's just a bunch of nonsense, right? But that always happens to us, and so I am here to talk about this upcoming game, and I am here to once again ask, hey, Pittsburgh Steelers, we need you, man. And I will be honest, you see the tweet on the screen, Andrew Filipponi, he's not exactly the goodest of luck here. He typically jinxes teams, but 3 touchdowns is a bit egregious, but I think we can beat the Washington Commanders. I'll be honest. Jaden Daniels, he's a rookie quarterback. He's having a phenomenal rookie season at Washington. They're really turning shit up. It's all respect to them. They're doing their thing. But we're also coming off a bye as well, so we've had some rest. We're getting back some players. Our defense is, when they lock in, our defense is kind of insane, and we just improved upon it with getting Preston Smith. And then we look at the offense. We've been averaging 30 points a game, I want to say, for the last 3 games. Russell Wilson's had the team on lock. Arthur Smith has been cooking. And on top of that, too, we just got Mike Williams. We just got the wide receiver that everybody was, talking about. All these trades, all the videos I made. Hey, we need another wide receiver. Hey, we need another wide receiver. We even did that. And so, all of the bow ties have been set. All of the moves, all of the cooks to make this team a Super Bowl team, to make this team a playoff team this season. I feel like we've pulled out all the stops. We were into Brandon Ayuk. We were into Devontae Adams, but we didn't get them. But the mindset was there. The thinking was there. Hey, we want to go for it, man. We believe Russell Wilson is him. We believe our defense is there. We believe the pieces that we have, Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, the offensive line. We invested in the offensive line. And not to say, we're dealing with a lot of injuries there. I believe we're getting Zach Frazier back. If I'm mistaken about that, let me know. But I believe we're getting Zach Frazier back. He could miss this game, but he is coming back soon. And then Dan Moore, man. Dan Moore has just absolutely turned it around. Probably the best story in the NFL. Hard Knocks is coming. I hope they really tap into that because we were not in on Dan Moore. I was not in on Dan Moore. And honestly, no shit. I'm realizing this as I'm saying it. Dan Moore really has been hooping, man. I can't remember a bad play out of him. I'm sure it's there. I'm sure he's not just 99 all pro yet. Because, this guy, he's coming back, man. Maybe he'll eventually reach that. But I'm not saying he's all that. But he's been doing his thing, and the Steelers have committed to it, right? This ties back into hey, we've pulled out all the stops. We have begged the Steelers to do something about Dan Moore. We have begged the Steelers to put Broderick Jones in the right position because he's at right tackle, but he should be at left tackle, but our right tackle is hurt, and Dan Moore psychologically can't play right tackle, so Broderick Jones has to do it. We have begged and pleaded for this, and they haven't budged. Do you know why? Because in their heads, they believe this is the team that's going to get it done. In their heads, they believe we have all of the talent that we need. We got Mike Williams. We got Preston Smith now. We improved slightly. I want to say we'll see how it actually plays out. But the 2 moves we tried. You know what I'm saying? The effort was there. We didn't just sit on our laurels or whatever. Like, we had tried to improve this team. We did it, right? And so now that like and before this too, I had the utmost faith in the Steelers. Before this too, like before the season, you can check it before every game. I'm like, hey, we can win because we're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, I don't think it's crazy for us to win. I don't think it's insane for us to beat. I don't think it's insane for us to beat Washington by 3 touchdowns. I'm not gonna lie, because we could really just not let them score. You know what I'm saying? Our defense is fully capable of that, right? And so I believe that we are this good team, and it is time now for the Pittsburgh Steelers to finally show it. And I'm not gonna lie, I think, how do I want to put this? I think we can still lose this game, right? And continuously be a good team throughout the season. Like, if we drop to Washington, like, I don't think it's doomsday and bombs away or whatever. I think we can still finish out the season pretty well. But I'm not trying to give out no concession speeches, man. And Google Chrome has been doing this to me. Like, I don't know. Can you guys help me with this? Google Chrome has been doing to me. But I'm not trying to give out no concession speeches right now, because I really do think we can beat Washington. But I'm just saying, if we do, it isn't the end of the world. But man, oh man, would I be tired, or I'm tired of being an underdog. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of us having like some Cinderella ass story. I am tired of us like coming out of nowhere, and I got to keep reminding people, hey, we do this every year. Like, I am tired of reminding people. I want us to start reminding people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want us to be at the top of the list. People are talking about the Bills like as this AFC threat. No offense to the Josh Allen Bills, right? But I don't think they're that far ahead of us for them to like be talked about so highly, and then us, we're just down here, like maybe just possibly, potentially, hopefully. Like, we look at the FanDuel odds, we are an underdog against Washington coming off a bye. Like, to me, I think that's just a little crazy, and I would like to not be underdogs anymore. I would like to be up on the I don't want to say this, on the lines. I would like us to be favored in these games, and it starts by beating some real teams. You know, you can say what you want about our schedule. Just for shits and giggles, for the video's purpose, let's just say, okay, we haven't played the best teams. Now we're playing the best team, Mike Tomlin, the Steelers. Like, we've put our utmost faith in you. We continuously praise you. I just voted for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is time, you know? And I know Steelers fans out there, we want it too. Like, and it's not just me. We want to show, hey, we are one of these good teams. We are one of these, 1 o'clock games. Like, this is unbelievable. We deserve more primetime games, you know, because our offense is back. Russell Wilson is hooping. George Pickens is hooping. Najee Harris, are you kidding me? Me, the Najee Harris slander. Like, I'm telling you, Najee Harris has really been hooping this season. And so, like, we have all of these pieces. We should be a primetime team. The Chargers getting a game flexed to primetime and not the Steelers and Ravens. Insane. And speaking of the Ravens, have you guys seen how they're playing? Like, low key, their defense is gettable. Their defense is for sure gettable, but their offense, they're cooking. Hopefully our defense can stop them, right? And I'm not saying hopefully like that. Like, we're going to stop them. But just for the purposes of it, like, we need to start showing we're a good team, because Baltimore's not slowing down, man. They take these losses here and there, but in the regular season, these guys are going to get it done. I would love a home playoff game, you know? So, and we have the division lead right now. It's in our hand. It is literally in our hands. Once again, as I mentioned, I am tired of being the Cinderella story. I am tired of having to come back in these seasons. I am tired of like week 17 being like, like, this is the last week of the season. Other teams are resting their players, and here the Pittsburgh Steelers are hoping for a win, and then like 2 other teams to lose. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I am tired of that shit. We need to be this better team because we have invested in it. We have committed to it. We have done all of the moves necessary. This is like the best this team can look at this current moment. You know, we have maximized our potential, to me, I think. And of course, we do have some injuries. We're not exactly all the way there. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? As long as TJ Watt is playing, hold on, do I have this tweet up right here? As long as TJ Watt is playing the midseason defensive player of the year, we have a chance in every single game. And we got to like start paying this guy back. We got to start paying the defense back for how good they play. And we have done it over the past couple of weeks. And so I am confident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am definitely confident in this game. Now, 3 touchdowns confident, I wouldn't exactly say all that, but I'm feeling good about the team. I once again am committing to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hopefully they don't prove me wrong, right? Like that, I'm just putting it out there. I don't know how you guys feel. And as I mentioned, if we lose this game, this video still holds up. Like, we have a tough stretch of the schedule coming up. Like, we're playing Kansas City. We're playing Philly, who, by the way, Kenny Pickett might start, man. I'm getting a gunshot for that. Kenny Pickett might start, man. I really do want to see Kenny Pickett play again, because like, I think you guys are tripping. I was, we definitely improved with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Like, as a Steelers fan, I'm not mad about it. But as a Kenny Pickett fan, you guys are definitely tripping. Like, this guy can show something, and he plays good in this game. Next year, he can like leave or whatever, go to a team and like try to compete it out, because he didn't have a chance to win this starting job. Just like he low-key didn't have a chance to win our starting job. But Russell Wilson got hurt, who ended up playing Justin Fields for like 4 games. Maybe we would have rushed Russell Wilson back had we had Kenny Pickett back there, but he would have had a chance to play if that's neither here nor there. Anyways, though, I think Kenny Pickett can play. I think he can do his thing. I think he can be a good player. And so if he does start, I'm excited for that. But yeah, I do believe we improved upon the team. Like I do believe that we are like this good team and we should be higher up on the predictions. And low key, just because I'm so real with you guys, this Google Chrome shit popping up, it's kind of pissing me off. I think I got to delete stuff. Like I think it means my memory is full. And I've been dealing with it. Like these videos, bro, these shits be gigabytes sometimes. Anyway, though, next up, Colin Cowherd is also taking us. And if you guys don't know, I had some hot takes about the Colin Cowherd show, and typically he's hating on the Steelers, but even he believes in us. And so maybe the whole world is trying to jinx us. We tie in Andrew Filipponi, we tie in Colin Cowherd, and then we tie in Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, all saying, hey, we got this. Maybe it's just going to be the ultimate jinx. But I don't know. I feel good about this, man. I feel good about this team. Like, I don't know if I'm crazy. I felt good about this team last year, and for, Matt Canada, Kenny Pickett reasons, it didn't exactly work out. But this team versus the team last year, like, I believe it's night and day. Like, I believe we were way better, and I was already hype about that team. I was hyped going into this season, and I just, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be put in the right hands. I want it to be proved right, that I was, like, right about being hype. And I want us to win as Steelers fans because, like, we've been begging for this. Like, it has been year and year and year of pain, and I don't want us to get it twisted. Like, we've been a really good team, but we haven't been the Washington Commanders. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had, like, they have been bad teams. There's other teams in the NFL that consistently put up bad seasons. We haven't had that, right? But we've been cheated, or not cheated. We have been cheated by New England, but we've been teased. We have been like put through roller coasters of emotions. Teams like Washington, they know their season is done in week 4 typically. They're having a great year this year, but you know what I mean. The Browns, for example, you count 30 years of Brown seasons and 29 of them, they were out of contention by week 4. So like they haven't had the ups. They haven't had the teases that we have had in Pittsburgh. We've been getting teased since like whenever we had the Killer Bees. Like this to me, this whole thing is this one season is like tied into the last however many, like since we lost the Super Bowl to the Packers, low key. But if you really want to count it, I want to say like since 2015 to now, this Steelers team has just been like right there. We've been underdogs. We have fought hard. We have had grit. We have had this. We have had that. We've been cheated. We've been close. We've been to the playoffs like 9 times and can't get past it. And Mike Tomlin is getting slandered for it. Like this is just so much put into this season. And if it doesn't work out this year, guess what? It's going to add on to next year. You know what I'm saying? Like this year, we started out with the best defense in the NFL. We had the crazy quarterback storylines. We're 6-2. If we just fall off here and like do the typical Steelers losing the first round, like, you know what I'm saying? We were teased again because here I am on November 9th, 2024, thinking, yo, maybe we can fuck around and win the Super Bowl. And how do we fuck around and win the Super Bowl? It starts with beating good teams like the Washington Commanders. We got to get it done. I want us to get it done. But if we don't get it done, the next week after that, we got to really lock in and win out the rest of the season because we play our division opponents twice. We play the Eagles, we play the Chiefs, we play those might be the only good teams. And low key, since Cleveland's so bad, maybe you don't count those games. And then the Bengals, their record kind of like is worse than it should be. They had a pretty good game against the Ravens last week. I think they're going to be a little bit better than their record shows, but it's a divisional opponent. Still going to be a tough challenge. And then of course we have the Ravens. Like we got to get it going. We have to start beating these good teams if we want to even have a chance, if we even want to have a sliver. And I just don't want to be proven wrong again. I just don't want to be wrong about this Pittsburgh Steelers team. I really think that we're in a good position. I think we've maximized the potential of the team. And Mike Tomlin, man, like I am tired of like seeing all the slander about him. I am tired of like the shit I have to like think like, because people just are so tired of it. And I keep saying tired, but it ties into it. This is what I'm saying with like since 2015, this has been building. Like people are just so tired of thinking that the Steelers have a chance, and then we go up against these good teams, we go up against like these real challenges, and it's just like nothing, it's just like, it's whatever. And mind you, this is a week 10, week 11 game of the season, maybe even week 9. This isn't the playoffs. This isn't like the end all be all, as I keep mentioning. But it would just be nice to go into Victory Monday after beating Washington, a good team, being like, because they're going to talk nicely about us, First Take is going to be on it, Fox is going to be on it, like I as much as I hate it, because like it just makes it worse when we lose. As much as I hate it, I would much rather that than like Colin Cowherd on his podcast being like, oh, Mike Tomlin, he's just a regular season guy, like he can't get it done. He does everything. This isn't exactly Colin Cowherd, but the Steelers were just gonna rate low, and because like they haven't earned it. We haven't earned that playoff win. We haven't earned that like right, I guess, to be talked about so highly. But we're right there. Like we're 99% of the way. The only thing that can make that happen is, I guess, a Super Bowl or this playoff win. And we got to get this playoff win, and it starts with beating Washington. I feel like I'm kind of saying the same things, but you get what I'm saying. I love this team. I really think we have a chance this year. I've talked a lot of shit this year. I've talked a lot of shit about this game. Let's get it done. Let's prove me right, man. So yeah, I think that is going to do it for me for this video. As I mentioned, I kind of wanted to talk about this game. I apologize for how late it is. Shout out to the people who catch it already. Google Chrome, bro. Like, this is insane. But yeah, shout out to the people who catch it before the game. If you end up catching it after the game and we lose, then, you know, I guess I'm like, fuck me, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry. But if we win, then it's like, hey, man, Isaiah was cooking. We were cooking. We were right to feel good about this team. So, yeah, I am going to dip out of here. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. I make videos about the Steelers all the time. So if that is something you would enjoy, definitely hit that subscribe button. Check out another video. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.